Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Okay, so today we are going to discover a new region. So, another episode about the 20 regions of Italy explained and going in alphabetical order. I'm gonna cover today after Lombardy region, I'm going to cover Marche region. So, Marche is a region in the central part of Italy, and so here we are from this beautiful castle here, one of the many beautiful castles here in this region. Let's start discovering the region itself. Okay, so Le Marche, a plunge into the history, art, and architecture of a region with the scent of the sea and redolent of tradition and hospitality. A great variety of landscape and an infinite range of colors that make the area's natural beauty incomparable, plus an artistic heritage that fears no comparison. This is how the Marques, with an area of no more than 10,000 square kilometers, will captivate you forever. So, anyway, we are reading this article from the website called italia.it that I would highly recommend to visit because, anyway, it gives a lot of information if you love Italy. If you like to travel to Italy, if you would like to relocate to Italy. So, for many reasons, I really recommend, highly recommend this website. Now, let's go into the geographical part of the region itself. Now, let's start from the capital of the region that is called Ancona. So, is this town in the central part of the region facing the Adriatic Sea? So, it's a very well-known port. It's a big hub about as a port destination. So here we are. Here we have this province, Ancona, that is the capital of the region, but is also a province. Then going northern direction, we have this province called Pesaro Urbino. Now, Pesaro Urbino, it's a common thing in the recent years to put two towns together and to make just one province. So Pesaro is one town, Urbino is another town. Combined together, they make the province of Pesaro Urbino. Now, Pesaro Urbino province is facing the Adriatic Sea on the eastern part, then northern and western part is facing Emilia-Romagna region, which it makes it also very, very close to San Marino, the San Marino Republic, and then is also facing Umbria region in the western part. Then going southern, we go back again to Ancona, going southern Ancona direction, we are into Macerata province. That is a quite big province anyway. Another beautiful area that has to be discovered. Then we have Fermo province. Okay. Fermo, that is kind of small province and it's facing only the Adriatic Sea and then it's surrounded by Macerata. And the very last province is Ascoli Piceno, the most southern, that is also a very, very beautiful town full of history. And so it really deserves to be visited and discovered. Anyway, the region itself, as I said, is facing on the eastern coast the Adriatic Sea. Then the northern part is bordering with Emilia Romagna, with Umbria region. Then we have Lazio region also is bordering. Lazio is the region where Rome is the capital. And then the southern part is bordering Abruzzo region. So Ascoli Piceno province is bordering with Abruzzo. So the central part of Italy. Now, here on the website, you can find more information about the history, the food, tradition, accommodation. So you can discover yourself if you're interested to know about more. If you're interested to know more about this region, and so let's start reading and investigating what this region has to offer. Now, Le Marche, an enchanting region of beaches, caves, and mountains. Now here we have this beautiful picture here. So this is a common town in the Marche region, very historical, medieval towns. Medieval towns usually will always built on the top of the hills and so on. This is a kind of frame scorch that you can see while you are in Marche. Now, in just a few words, Le Marche is a spectacular, harmonious, and winding. This region enchants visitors with its hills decorated with tradition and art, mountains equipped for skiing, and rocky coastlines dotted with beautiful sandy beaches. A perfect holiday destination all year round, it offers something for everyone, including sport, relaxation, spirituality, and wellness. I would give a lot of importance to the wellness because nowadays wellness I think it's one of the most important thing to have in our life. Okay, so here we have a picture of a map of the region itself without showing you the borders, but as you can see, for example, here there is Perugia, that is in Umbria region. Here we have Ravenna, Cesena, Rimini, that are in Emilia-Romagna region. Then we have San Marino, the Republic of San Marino, this country inside the Italian country. And then from here we have some beautiful places that deserve to be visited, like Gradara, Urbino, Fabriano, Macerata, Fermo, and so on. So many beautiful destinations. Okay, origins and history of Le Marche. Here we have a lovely picture of Vittorino da Montefeltro and wife. So this is a very famous painting, well known for the Italians. Now, inhabited since the Paleolithic period, the region mainly hosted the Picenes, while the Sinoses Gauls were confined to the north, the Greeks to Ancona, and the Umbrians to the southwest. In the Middle Ages, it was divided between the Byzantines and the Lombards until the Franks gave it to the popes. So then this area, Marche region, became part of the Papal State, so what we call it in Italy nowadays, Città del Vaticano, Vatican City, used to be much bigger and was comprehensive of few regions altogether, like Lazio, Marche, Umbria, partially Emilia-Romagna. So this was all part of the Papal State. Then, under the rule of the Church, free communes arose and powerful signorie, lordships, were formed during the Renaissance. The court of Urbino and the Duchy of Spoleto became key centers. Yes, was very prosperous time, this region anyway, during the Renaissance time. To bring order to the region, the Church commissioned Cardinal Albornoz to restore ecclesiastical authority. He worked to reconquer and establish peace in Le Marche, and laws were put in place to determine the region's new political structure. Internal battles continued, however, the most famous being led by Braccio da Montone. This period saw the birth of the Maritime Republic of Ancona, later annexed to the Papal State in 1532. Now, Italy during the Renaissance time had a lot of maritime republics, which were towns that were located on the sea. The most famous was Venice Republic, Genoa Republic, Amalfi, and Pisa. Also, Ancona was one of the maritime republic. In the end, not one of the most successful, which the most successful, as we know, was Venice in the end, the one who became predominant to all the others. Then the Sforzas and Cesare Borgia tried in vain to reunify the region by military might. After French Revolution, Le Marche returned to the Papal State, until when the Battle of Castelfidardo it was finally occupied by the Piemontese army and annexed to the Kingdom of Italy. In 1798, this territory witnessed the birth of the greatest exponent of 19th century Italian poetry called Giacomo Leopardi. I have to agree, one of the most famous Italian poet and one of my favorite. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo colle e questa siepe che dall'altra parte dell'orizzonte il guardo esclude. This is one of his poems, so I remember just the beginning a tiny bit, but beautiful. I would recommend if you love Italian literature, anyway, Giacomo Leopardi is a must. Main cities in Le Marche. Let's keep reading. Okay. The place to begin your journey in Le Marche is Ancona, the region's capital and one of the Mediterranean's most important industrial ports. A big hub, yes, let me say, um, as a huge port. You will be stunned by the fact that, due to the city's elbow shaped development, the sun both rises and sets over the sea. This makes the city very unique because it's the only city in Italy where you can see the sunrises and the sunset both in the sea. Now, with the yeah, among the many historical monuments, be sure not to miss the Lazzaretto, a pentagonal fortress on the sea used today as an exhibition space. And among the city's many beaches, we recommend the beach of Passetto. The most popular beachfront among the locals of Ancona is at the end of Viale della Vittoria, in the Adriatic district, which ends in a pine forest overlooking the sea. To get there, you can head down the steps or take the lift in the summer. In many places in Italy, they have lifts because the towns are on different levels, for example. And so, in recent time, they build a lift just to not do the steps because they would kill people badly, badly. I know here in Potenza, the capital of Basilicata region, if you visit this city, basically, and you are in the city center, better you take the lift because the amount of steps to go to the highest part of the town, it's simply mad. Anyway, to the real jewel offered by the beach. The Passetto Caves, which are shelters for boats carved into the rock. Another treasure trove in Le Marche is Ascoli Piceno, located near the sea in the shadow of the Apennines. Known as the city of hundreds towers, it has kept its medieval town plan and is brimming with travertine, the light colored stone that characterizes all its historic buildings. Its historical center is small and compact, but rich in architecture, museums, churches, and historical heritage. Urbino offers an unmissable blend of history, art, and culture, the birthplace of the great Renaissance artist called Raffaello Sanzio. Raphael. Raffaello. It presents the artistic and cultural heritage of the Montefeltro, the family that once ruled there. You see that picture that we saw before of that man, that Renaissance painting. That man is Vittorino da Montefeltro here. So, among its treasure is the Ducal Palace of Urbino, a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture that today houses the region's most substantial art collection, with works by Raphael and Piero della Francesca. Also visiting is Fabriano, the town linked to paper making and the invention of the watermark, an industry that developed between the 14th and 15th century. Yes, well known for the paper making. So we still have brands today of paper called Fabriano. So such important place for the paper that is still renowned nowadays. Then Recanati, in the Macerata area, is the birthplace of Giacomo Leopardi, this poet that we mentioned before, a beautiful town nestled between winning hills with romantic views. Now, what to see in Le Marche? Four unmissable sights. Let's start reading. Now, be sure to visit the Frassassi Caves. Among the most visited caves in Italy, they offer some of the most fascinating underground routes, with more than 13 kilometers of tunnels and paths open to cavers. Among underground lakes, limestone stalactites, the Great Wind Cave, and the Ancona Abyss, a huge underground chamber. On the Conero Riviera, you will find the Due Sorelle Beach, Beach of the Two Sisters, which stands out among the shimmering green of the Monte Conero promontory and the blue of the sea, a true spectacle of nature. I think this is the picture that is showing here. Yes. So this is type of landscapes you can find on the sea in the Marca region. So it is also worth visiting the Monte Conero Regional Natural Park to enjoy a hike through the local wilderness. Another unmissable site is the Castle of Gradara, that I think I showed before in the map. Anyway, it's beautiful, deserves to be visited. In the province of Pesaro and Urbino, an admirable example of 14th century military architecture. Now a museum, it hosts works of art and antique furniture. So, let's continue our investigation about Marche region. Unusual places in Le Marche, three unmissable sites. Let's go with this beautiful landscape again, lakes, hills, beautiful valleys. Now, if you're looking for hidden gems, we recommend Cingoli, a medieval village among the most beautiful in Italy, known as the Balcony of Le Marche. You will find out why when you look out on the castle walls from the vast terrace. Another opportunity to immerse yourself in nature is offered by the Furlo Gorge, a canyon carved by the erosive force of the Candigliano River with plenty of paths. As you walk, you will discover wild flora and may even come across wild boar, roe deer, golden eagles, peregrine falcons, and herons. On our last stop is the Valadier Temple, the neoclassical sanctuary near the Frassassi Caves, was built by Pope Leo XII by excavating the rock walls of the mountains. Beautiful construction, yes. So then, typical products of Le Marche, four specialities. Let's see what Le Marche region has to offer. If you love simple and bold flavors, Marche cuisine will delight your taste buds. Ciauscolo is a typical delicious IGP spreadable pork sausage. Then Ascolane olives needs no introduction. Once you have had a taste of these fresh Tenera Ascolana DOP olives, you will not want to eat olives anywhere else. Absolutely true. I agree. For this same reason, you should stock up on Castelluccio lentils, which you can easily store. Finally, try out the Crescia, the steamed bread made with durum wheat on corn flour and sometimes lard will win you over from your very first bite. Events in Le Marche and opportunity not to be missed. Now, numerous traditional events are celebrated in Le Marche. We recommend the Quintana Joust, a medieval reenactment of horse jousting held in Ascoli Piceno. Similar to Palio di Siena, for example, it's a typical medieval tradition event that, anyway, it's always highly recommend to see, to visit, and to enjoy. Okay, my friends, so I hope you enjoyed the video with the Marche region, and I'll see you to my next video and the next episode about the 20 regions of Italy explained by me, by Italy, a place to love, reading these lovely articles from the website italia.it. So I wish you a lovely day and I'll see you to the next region. Bye.